Hi Virgo. Do you remember how when you were a kid you used to hide in a tree or behind the bushes and speak to the ants or the imaginary friends in your head, or whispered to horses, or wondered about the magic of life? In every Virgo, there's a Pisces. To reality, spirituality, to spirituality, reality. It's the energy to the mass. Mass to the energy. E equals mc squared, the equation of relativity and life. In relation to mass, you are energy, or in relation to energy, you are mass. But bottom line, you are the same. The only thing separating mass and energy is the speed of light times the speed of light. E equals mc squared. Virgo and Pisces is pretty much two languages to describe the same thing. And as we move towards unity consciousness and unison, I think the extremities of the zodiac signs will unite. I mean, it might take the bare minimum a few centuries, the bare minimum a few decades. I stand correct. Maybe a few centuries. But you probably notice that you resonate with more and more signs, and that the energies, they're intertwined. It's almost like you're not sure if you're a Virgo or if you're a Pisces. You're both. In Virgo, you are first to lead this integration of energies. You are reality. You are what manifests in reality. You and Taurus manifest the magic and the emotion of Pisces and Scorpio. But they do the same for you in a way. It doesn't matter what comes first or who does more, because it's not relevant. It's not a competition. The entire range of the human condition and the characteristics of the zodiac signs are all important and crucial. And they sum down to the bottom line, to one wholesome image, right? Is that confirmation? Sorry, I put it on silence. What does the tarot have to say for Virgo for this coming month? Happy March, Virgo. I'm recording this on your full moon. You shine, and that makes you anxious. Because you're used to working in the dark. You're used to doing everything quietly, diligently, without being overly seen or getting too much attention for it, let alone acknowledgement. And suddenly the world shifts into appreciating other things, into appreciating the essence, the behind the scenes. Right? We always acknowledge the actors and the directors, but what about the writer, the one who actually created that world? The singer, but what about the songwriter or the composer? All of them are valid. They all deserve their credit. And here you are, during the month of March, receiving credit for things you're not used to receiving credit for. It will, on one hand, be something you've been hoping for and waiting on. Not recently, you've become accustomed. You've grown used to it. So when it will come, it will surprise you. Not shock you, because you know it's legitimate. But it will still somewhat surprise you and make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, because you got used to working quietly, not explaining what it is you're doing or why you're doing it. I feel like people are going to become very curious to how you've managed to do this and that. How did you do that, Virgo? How did you get that done or this made? How? And you find yourself having to think for a second, wait, how did I get that done? How did you, Virgo? Be prepared to answer that question. Some of you will actually be interviewed. I don't know what your occupation is. Some of you will find yourself being interviewed for something. Own it. Enjoy it. Take it in. You're not a whisperer anymore. And you don't need to whisper your wisdom anymore. You don't need to be a horse whisperer. You're a horse master expert. I mean, you'll always be the horse whisperer, right? You'll always be the wise person in the room that don't bother on shouting to everyone that you're wise, that wait until you're asked to show just how much you know. The essence will remain, but you'll find yourself not waiting as much as you used to be asked or to be approached. It's almost like I have a vision of you standing in a room and everyone wants to talk to you and ask you questions and tell you what they think about what you said, or give you their opinion, their point of view, and see what you think of it. And appropriate. I find that the readings that take the longest for me to pull cards are the deepest, because that's when I channel you and speak to you, to your core. That's not accurate. Readings that I start right off the bat with tarot can also be like, okay, never mind. The semantic doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you deliver as much as what it is you deliver, because you've already mastered the how. You already know how to bring it forth in a way that, is manageable for people to take in, even if it's, controversial. Queen of Cups, Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. So here you are with your EQ, your emotional intelligence. Here you are with your, I'm just making a new term now, SQ, your spiritual intelligence. Your acute understanding of how it needs to also align with reality. And there's a little bit of a gap right now as we're recording this for you, so that gives you anxiety. You understand what the next step of your journey is. You understand what the next leap in frequency is for you, but you also understand that if reality doesn't align with it, it doesn't mean anything. And right now, as you're watching this, or as I'm recording this, reality has not yet quite blossomed into this for you, and you're worried because you understand the value of reality. You refuse to let the Piscean energy of, oh, it will just be fine, take over, because you know that sometimes it's not just fine. You need to make it fine. One coin at a time, one step at a time. Don't let it consume you. If the Mistress of Cups and the Hierophant are on your side and telling you you're on the right path, that means reality will align. Even though you don't see it right now, it will. Six of Cups in the reverse. Pisces yesterday also had it. Was it Pisces? Oh no, I did the lunar spirit for the full moon in Virgo yesterday for my patrons. They had it. Okay, similar energy. The past is not being repeated. The past is completely let go of. There is a separation from a soul contract, from something that you can't bring with you. And that saddens you. There's something that it's something that you were very, very, very connected to, very, very attached to. And you might still be emotionally connected to, but when it comes to your soul journey and your soul path, it needs to be left behind. And that creates a level of sadness and disappointment. Tell me more about this for Virgo, please, for March. Knight of Swords. I see news coming in really fast that will require fast movement based on those news. Like you're going to have to act fast. You may have already prepared or been preparing for this in some way, shape, or form. And now you're just in this tension of, okay, what's going to happen? Virgo, you're like, okay, I did everything in preparation for that possible message, news, change. And now there's this stillness, eerie, tense, quiet. What is happening? Was it retrieved? Is it not coming through? What is going on? And then the Knight of Swords comes in, and everything happens super fast. Eight of Pentacles, and will require you to put in some effort. And we're moving from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. So see, there is that progression in reality. Ten of Cups in the reverse. Virgo, don't worry right now about the wholesome image. Don't worry about, everything fitting. Don't worry about what the future will have in store and the long distance, type of vision. Worry about the now. Worry about the necessary steps that you need to take every single day. If you'll make it about the big picture, it will feel chaotic. If you'll make it about one thing at a time, it will make sense. You're guided to deal, High Priestess in the bottom of the deck, you're guided to deal with the unknown and with trust in the unknown and trust in spirit and in your intuition. You are guided to be okay with reality not yet aligning with the path, with the matter, the mass, not yet completely aligned with the frequency of the energy. Something there still need to play out, and you're guided to walk that path anyway. cross that bridge when it's completely dark and you can't see what the next step is. Just because you feel the bridge underneath your feet. Just based on that. It's something that Pisces energy, has it easy. Virgo, not so much. That's what you have to learn from Pisces, right? Four of Swords, Seven of Wands. There is such an element of strenuous waiting in this reading, like constantly have to wait to someone else making a move or someone else bringing information, and it's really testing your patience, and it's really testing your endurance. And you just want to tell everyone off, yell at them that they're being too slow or unclear. It's not going to help. It's not going to change anything. It will just create more tension. There is such a need of accuracy and fine-tuned actions, and you're so good at that, Virgo, naturally. But I feel like you thought you've mastered it, but this month is going to be like, have you? Have you, Virgo? It's going to try you. Seven of Wands implies victory over this, so you might also feel a sense of disappointment from family. Oh, wow. Wow. So the High Priestess this time came out. High Priestess, Three of Pentacles, and the Star. The Morning Star. Guiding your way into building something big. Some of you are working with someone that either you have feelings for them or they have feelings for you, and it's not spoken. You're just focusing on the job or on the work or on the cooperation, whatever this is, and emotions develop, but they're not yet expressed. I'm also picking up that someone might be in a commitment already, so that holds them back from saying how they feel, and this could be you. You can reverse the roles, of course. We have the High Priestess and the Hierophant here in the reading. And the Star. There's something very, very spiritual. You might be building something, maybe a business that is based on spirituality, some way, shape, or form, or maybe you're attending school, like maybe you're studying something, maybe you're taking my tarot masterclass. That could be, but it could be really anything that has to do with either ancient wisdom, occult system, spirituality, theologies of any sort, philosophy even, metaphysics and or physics are also coming through. Some of you might be studying a field of science, right? Like biology or physics, and you might even, starting to study quantum physics, and it blows your mind, and you're like, oh my God, everything is divine and everything is spiritual, and I thought I'm being scientific, but I'm actually being spiritual. Same thing. You're not wrong. You're not confused. There's something with the archetype of the expelled black sheep that is now starring, that is now is in the spotlight, like shining in the spotlight. So I have here the high priest is the star, and Three of Pentacles. So we have Venus, morning star. We have Three of Pentacles is Capricorn. So I'm just explaining briefly why I'm picking up that energy from the cards. You need to really know the underlined aspects of the tarot in order to pick up on these types of energies, but it's definitely possible. But Lucifer, the light bearer, was expelled from heaven because he rebelled and wanted to pursue his own path, but then he ended up ruling an entire kingdom, right? There's something with that. Now it's an archetype, right? So someone you possibly maybe felt that your wisdom or this kind of brings us back to the starting point, where your wisdom or your knowledge weren't honored or weren't accepted or weren't seen for its value, and in a way was dismissed or even ridiculed possibly, and definitely kind of dismissed, okay? But then you went on and possibly built a business based on your knowledge, or maybe created a creation, or just went on to succeeding in a way that is seen in the public. It's very poetic justice kind of thing. You're shouting your whispers. Some of you may have written something, or again created something that is going to get some sort of recognition towards the third third of the month. I'm sorry. In that regard, the months of January, February, now March are very meaningful for whatever this is, if it applies to you. Six of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. You may be receiving a grant of some sort. Too many cards. The Magician. Definitely capable. Undercover. Some of you are doing something undercover? Are you a spy? Are you on a mission? Some of you are on an interesting mission undercover. Okay, it's probably for just one of you. Faith is coming through strongly. Oh my God, speaking of faith, Ace of Cups. You have renewed faith towards the last third of the month. Everything is falling into place. All the rebellious pieces of the puzzle that were floating around incohesively are just... This is purification, finding the fountain of youth and faith and joy. Like when we were children and we believed everything was possible. Your inner Peter Pan. This can also... I mentioned falling in love. This is... Some of you are developing feelings, like very, very deep feelings, and it's mutual. And then it's expressed towards the end of the month. And there's a gift of spirit of some sort. I don't know if some of you will be approached by a spirit guide, an archangel, or be receiving some sort of a gift developing. I'm picking up something, this whole analogy of horse whisperer, and I'm picking up like this could be a gift when it comes to working with animals, or maybe communicating somehow with children or with animals that you're very gifted with. That is going to come to the surface or develop in you. Not develop, it's already there, but come out somehow. Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands in the bottom of the deck. Here, take a look. All right. Got it. There we go. There's some brilliant idea that you have, Virgo, that you're very, very, very guided to follow through with. Say, write, express, communicate, expose for some of you, bring forth, is going to be really, really acknowledged and recognized. There's something very unique, a very unique personal idea that is very inspirational. For some of you, it's inventive. This could be something that came in as an opportunity mid-month, or even earlier a little bit, around the new moon, and you know the potential, but also the level of work and investment that it requires, but you move from the 7 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. It's going to be a success. This last part of the month of March is amazing. There will be sacrifice made. I don't know if it's family or friendship of some sort that is for some reason incohesive, not cohesive with it. There's lack of cooperation for whatever vision or idea you have the first half, but then it just starts flowing. There's a certain understanding by your environment, a recognition that, oh my God, Virgo was right, or Virgo is right, or something about and there's definitely love here. Okay, now the extended is made of is focused on your love life. So basically we're going to take a look into you and your person of interest, your mindset, their mindset, heart space, actions, and how things unfold throughout the month of March. I'm going to show you a preview. We're not done yet. I just want to do something else first. Give me 1 second. So 2 7s, 2 8s, Wands, Pentacles, fire and earth. Building something concrete from your inspiration and your instincts. 6, 9, 10, we don't need it here. Repetitions. Okay. So we have 2 aces, 2 7s, and 2 8s. 1 7 8 is the dominant frequency when it comes to the numeric value of this reading. And notice fire, earth, and here we have air, water, and the aces. Like the air element and the water element are going to seal the deal and bring some sort of perfection. So emotion and spirit, and emotion and faith with spirit and sharp intellect. Now, these are the major arcanas. Some of you are going to receive some sort of recognition that you haven't had for possibly, this could be a family member, possibly a father figure. It doesn't have to be, it could be a mother figure, but I'm picking up like an older individual, family member, but maybe it's not a family member, maybe it's a teacher that you didn't receive recognition from them. It's like an open wound that you're carrying, and something is going to be resolved this month with them. And there's a sense of a renewed sense of faith. Something that you said or you insisted on didn't make sense, or maybe was a little bit weird for them, and now after time gone by, they learned something or discovered something, or something played out in a way that showed them that you were right, or that, you know what I mean, that you weren't crazy, you were innovative. This is very cool. But it will require some sort of effort and work with the way you communicate and with the way you take notice of the detail. And the energy is just gonna really, really feel way better towards the end of the month, mid-month and on. Come back to this reading in about 3 weeks from now. Bookmark it or note for yourself, whatever, and come back. There's also someone who's secretly in love with someone. And they've been hiding it. I'm not sure why. Okay, let's have a glimpse into your extended, so you'll have a preview. And that way you can figure out if you want to join me there or not. It will be available on Vimeo and on Patreon. Over on Patreon, you'll have all the signs for unlimited streaming plus extra VIP content, and you'll join my tribe of existential seekers, seers, and shifters. I would love to have you there. But either way, it's also available on Vimeo, okay? If you like to watch several placements, you're better off Patreon. It's better value for your money, but up to you. Okay. Love. Let's focus on love. We'll also finish up with messages from the runes. I'll pull runes at the end of the extended. Actually, we'll pull them now, but I will talk about them there. So, show me Virgo and their person for the month of March. Love, double pentagram for Virgo and their person of interest. Oh, the major arcanas we had were the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Star. I will link them below in the description box, the classes from my Tarot Masterclass to these specific cards, because those are your spiritual and energetic guidance and lesson and expansion for the month of Mars. Interesting. For the month of March. Mars is moving into Gemini. I don't know if might connect somehow to some of you. So yeah, check them out. Okay. Love. Virgo and their person. Show me Virgo's love life. Show me into Virgo and their person of interest for the month of March, please. Show me Virgo and their person for the month of March. Virgo and their person for the month of March. Thank you. Alright, to my left is you, to my right is your person, but you may of course reverse the roles. If this sounds like you and this sounds like them, then you can of course reverse it. But technically I will refer to this side as you. Past, present, and future potential going into March. Right. Can you see? Just want to make sure you can see. We're going to only open up the headspace. I just wanted you to have like a little preview. Okay. In your mindset and communication. Oh my God. Okay, this is creepy. You saw me shuffle. And if you've seen the Pisces reading yesterday, you saw me shuffle there. Pisces had the death card in the same location. So you gotta watch the Pisces. Oh, well, it wasn't the extended. Well, up to you, okay? But I don't know if you're dealing with the Pisces or this shows that you are integrated with the energy of Pisces within you. But very cool. Yes, the death card is Scorpio, but Pisces also had this in the same area. And your person has the Six of Swords, okay? Both of you are in a mindset of moving on. To something different, of changing your circumstance, changing your story, changing the narrative, changing location, changing the vibe. Your person might be expressing that they need a break, either a break from you or a break in general. Hey, let's take a vacation. I need some time off. But your person is going through some sort of transition. You're going through one hell of a transition. Very, very deep, transformative energy, and you're communicating that to your person. Now, you are willing to step into their world. You are willing to go through the transformation that is required in order to meet them where they're at. But your person is still trying to figure out how to find some serene mindset within a very stormy brain right now. I don't know if they're going through a lot or dealing with a lot, or they could just simply be telling you, Virgo, we need to take a vacation or something. Something to do with a child is coming up. It doesn't have to mean that one of you has a child, but you can either literally be birthing a child, or have a child, or it's something energetic. Both of you are birthing a new sense of self. For you, it's more at a core level. For them, it's more at an intellectual mindset level. But I will dive deeper into the tarot and the extended. Now let's see what your runes are. Messages for Virgo for their love life, please, from the runes for March. Runes for love for Virgo for the month of March. Hera, Wungo in the reverse, and Ehwaz in the reverse. I will of course talk about it there. Okay guys, I will see you in a second if you're joining me, and if not, love you anyway. I'll see you in other videos. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Join the Existential Shift. All the links for all the goodies are below. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Stay magic, stay true, and I will see you in a second. Bye for now.